Hey guys, I just wanted to jump on and thank everybody for all the love and support that you guys have shown regarding the races this past weekend.
Behind every show and production, there are always lots of faces of talented and committed people who make everything possible, but are unfortunately rarely seen on screen. Nonetheless, in Bad Chad Customs, things are always made a different way. Besides the incredible talents of Chad Hiltz in shaping dreams in the form of cars, his fiancée Jolene Macintyre stands out for herself for her personality, smarts, and hardworking attitude. Credited for being the one making Hiltz Auto's business side work, Jolene is known for pushing everyone in the team forward and taking the company to the next level, whether it's through Bad Chad Customs or the several other projects she's created through it. However, have you ever wondered who Jolene is and how she's come so far down the road of business? How did she take Hiltz Auto to TV? And what else does she have in mind for the shop? Keep with us to know this and much more about the woman behind Bad Chad Customs' success. It takes only a couple of minutes watching Bad Chad Customs to understand that there is more than one person making everything possible in the show. However, out of all of them, Jolene Macintyre is the one who not only keeps the business running, but also does everything possible to make her fiancé's talents as widely known as possible. Graduating with a bachelor's degree in commerce from St. Mary's University in Halifax, Canada, Jolene knows all about business. Although she is sometimes seen lending a hand in Hiltz Auto's garage, Jolene's real magic takes place in the office and at the content creation desk. As she said during an interview with the motorsports agency, her day starts with planning the business's everyday goals, schedules, and budgets, becoming the leading voice of the team by setting the plans of action she thinks will take Bad Chad and the entire business to success. While Jolene is proud of taking the business's reins when it comes to the technical side, she considers herself the baseball equivalent of a rover for the garage's team, as she's never afraid of getting her hands dirty as long as it gets the job done. Although it was Jolene who co-founded what we know nowadays as Hiltz Auto, Bad Chad was already working on cars before meeting her, actually working with his hands since his teens, finding new ways of building all sorts of things as a way of self-expression and to make money. I learned very quickly that there's no money to buy things, so that's, I guess, where it started, is to make things. He told AutoWise, saying that he rejected the concept of buying and felt more compelled to build what he wanted. After working on cars and in steel fabrication for years, Chad had an established business, but which unfortunately hadn't gained lots of traction outside his Nova Scotia town. So meeting and dating Jolene completely changed what his business has been until then, as her vision took over. I decided to build a business and a brand around him, as Jolene told Medium.com in 2021, adding that despite having limited resources at the beginning, she invested lots of time growing Hiltz Auto as a business first, and then expanding its presence online by creating original, compelling, and entertaining content out of it. Soon, Hiltz Auto and Bad Chad had grown an audience online big enough to attract the attention of a TV production company, which would later launch Bad Chad Customs, gaining the business international fame. While the effort is often well compensated when projects turn out well, entrepreneurs who only have a dream and small budget to make things possible need a clear vision of what they want, so not to lose focus of their goals. So to Jolene. For years, she's been relentlessly developing a brand around Chad Hiltz and his business to show the world what they're made of. As she admits it herself, her first and foremost inspiration to keep that special project moving forward is her admiration for her fiancé, whom she describes as someone with an incredible ability of teaching, leading, and inspiring others, as she told Medium.com. That being said, Jolene's mission is to encourage others to find that person, goal, or dream which fuels them to grow. Our mission is to inspire greatness. Each and every day when we create, our focus is to inspire the next person to get out and work on their passion, she told the magazine. So what keeps Jolene focused? Her beginnings managing Hiltz Auto weren't easy. As her initial goals were directed at growing the business and traction online, she forgot to develop some other parts of the project, which she didn't realize right away, but which were just as important. One of those mistakes was the lack of YouTube content produced by Bad Chad during the first couple of years of the business, carelessly left, forgotten, so to grow an audience on Facebook and Instagram. It wasn't until the COVID-19 restriction period in 2020 occurred that Jolene corrected that error by creating content specifically made for Bad Chad's YouTube channel, turning what she initially considered a mistake into a lesson. Instead of blaming herself for her missteps, Jolene chooses to see the unexpected as an opportunity to fuel her fire. Once I figured out that mistakes and obstacles are only meant to sharpen you, I started embracing them, learning from them. She told Medium.com. What keeps Jolene focused on her goals is her will to move forward and accomplish her dreams. Whether that determination comes from her thriving for success, her inspirations, or simply by her courage, Jolene is simply not someone who gives up easily. After spending a couple of years producing car restoration content for the internet, Bad Chad and Jolene had successfully accumulated hundreds of thousands of views on their Facebook page. Their projects were so successful that it wasn't long until the pair was contacted by TV producers, who soon turned the business into the focus of Bad Chad Customs, helping to expand the brand that Jolene had worked so hard to turn from a concept into a real-life project. Nonetheless, just being on TV wasn't the end of the road. As Jolene said in early 2021, she planned on Bad Chad Customs becoming a #1 car-centered show, a household name in the field, and obtaining international partnerships. The reason I can confidently say all of that is because we are willing to work day and night at it, she told the Motorsports Agency. While Jolene's goal might have sounded a little too ambitious, the truth is that Bad Chad Customs has already accomplished a huge percentage of those objectives by gaining the hearts and admiration of its audience. There's no forgetting that TV isn't an easy industry to work in, so it's no wonder that Bad Chad Customs fans often question what it took to make the show a reality. During a questions and answers session on Bad Chad's Facebook page in January 2023, Jolene agreed that some aspects of the show took some time to put together. She explained that after being contacted to film the show, she and Chad had to personally search for a team, given that their shop was usually just the two of them. Things weren't as easy from then on, as they had no option but to hire a few available friends of Chad's who were up for the challenge, as the partners they had previously contacted let them down. One of the new members of the team was Chad's Sun Colton, who, at the time of the show's 2019 premiere, had just matriculated from high school. Chad was seemingly against having his son in Bad Chad Customs, not for his lack of experience, but for the pressure it might put on him. In the end, Chad consented to make the show a sort of a family endeavor, which is also one of the factors why the show became so well-liked in the first place. While Chad and Jolene put a huge effort into making Bad Chad Customs as real as possible, there's no denying that some real-life aspects aren't as portrayed on screen. Although one of the show's most attractive features was the pressure the staff was put under when a deadline was close, the truth is that customers weren't exactly real ones. As Jolene affirmed on a Facebook video in early 2023, she was in charge of finding people in their town to appear in the show as customers, as the Los Angeles-based production company working alongside Discovery didn't know the area. While the renovations were afforded by the network, the cars didn't leave the Hiltz Auto even after they were finished. Instead, Jolene affirms that the restored cars stay in their basement due to Chad's resolution to preserve each one of them as work of art. Nonetheless, Hiltz Auto was initially not ready to store more than a couple of cars, leaving the couple no option but to buy extra land or a storage room for their valuable creations. While we only knew about Jolene and Chad upon their TV show's premiere in 2019, the pair had been together for some time before that. The couple met around 2016 in a place called Westside Charlie in New Minas, Nova Scotia, when Chad dropped by the tavern to promote the event Rockabilly Weekend. At the time, Jolene was working in the place full-time, but had recently graduated from college. As admitted by Chad in a YouTube video on their channel, he was immediately attracted to Jolene upon seeing her in the bar. She and her friend Reggie asked Chad about the car she was driving out of curiosity, but that was the beginning of it all, and Chad eventually convinced Jolene to give him her number. Chad texted Jolene quite often, but didn't obtain a positive response for the next couple of months. She eventually texted him back, and their acquaintanceship turned into a friendship when he visited the tavern just to see her. As affirmed by Chad, he was afraid that his too-rough-around-the-edges personality wasn't compatible with her academically oriented interests, but as they shared more time, things simply worked out on their own. Jolene and Chad officially started dating in early 2017 and just a couple of months later they became engaged. Even in early 2023, marriage doesn't seem to be high on their agenda. It's not an exaggeration to say that Jolene is responsible for giving form to Bad Chad Customs. As it happens, the first restoration that she and Chad worked on together was the restoration of Ralph Lauren's $40 million Bugatti, one that Jolene had desired for the longest time, and Chad promised to make for her. Well, Jolene's Bugatti isn't the same car owned by Lauren, but a replica built from scratch by Chad. The personal value and significance of this car are worth several million. The build of Jolene's dream car was filmed by her using only her phone and the limited knowledge about content creation she had at the time, but the results were good enough to gain the pair their first followers online. By uploading the Bugatti's build videos on a weekly schedule, Jolene discovered that social media was more than just a helpful tool and could be the key to Bad Chad's success. That being said, Jolene's Bugatti is more special than any other car in the personal sense. As Jolene told Monsters and critics in 2019, she plans for it to be her wedding car and is waiting for the special occasion to happen to finally show it to the world. Nowadays, Jolene and Chad are focused on growing their brand and sharing their views about the car restoring art with the rest of the world, thanks to their social media. By using platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, the couple has successfully gained around 500,000 followers combined. However, after Bad Chad Customs wrapped up its second season in late 2020, not much about its comeback to the small screen has been revealed so far. Regardless, in a 2022 video, Jolene revealed that she and Chad were happy with having total control of their content, while not dealing with the tight TV schedules from the past. While this seems disheartening for those waiting for a third Bad Chad Customs season, the most important thing is to see Jolene and Chad fulfilled with what they do nowadays.
We're happy to share the journey with you guys, and we appreciate everybody coming back every day and following along. So anyway, cheers.
Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.